Waiting. Pretty much waiting. Existing. Okay. I'm existing. If that matters. Back. Let me get my crap set up so I can finish dying here. Okay. I have like everything under my desk. I'm both in the middle of writing stuff and then trying to talk, and it's not working. My brain doesn't work, and it doesn't plan to work today. Okay. Hello, how is everyone doing? Because I hope you're all having an amazing night. I am so scatterbrained that I don't know half of what's going on right now. Because I am between tired and then being extremely aware of everything. And my chair just like cracked. I don't like that did. I was going to talk very briefly about some of the college experience I've had and get to a clean page. Be great. Some of these are projects I plan to work on and that I am currently working on. So I can't say anything about it. Other than that, I am probably going to start with, I'm going to write as I go too, so it'd be a little bit easier maybe. And my leg's itching. Okay. So, I have spent maybe a year, no, not even a year, 2 years in college, so I am trying to remember. This is spring semester, so spring semester for my first year, I had pretty much went through history. So I had one of my history professors during then, and hey, Stream Elements, you're very irrelevant right now about what I'm trying to do. Stream Element, hi. Oh yeah, y'all are not hearing music. I am. Damn, that sucks. That y'all aren't hearing anything. This is why I say I'm scatterbrained. So besides that, it's spring, I'm taking history, and I'm not gonna name the course or professor by name or anything because that would be sincerely not fun to do. This is a professor that, hang on, I'm also gonna write this just so I can keep for memorization. This is a professor that every semester assigns a role to a student. And the student can pick on them, bully them, they can even correct them when they're wrong, and of course take attendance. So it's rather important as it is rather not important. And for this, it is kind of important because I'm going to relay a few of my experiences from that class. And I hope I'm not too far away from the mic. I have not adjusted that again, so I don't know how well you're hearing me. And I'm just sitting on back, so... Which, hang on. That might be easier. But every other day, because I have 2 schedules I'd have to run on for a semester, which be split into every other day. And so, sorry, you'll probably hear every other sound because I have my pen up here too. So, this professor will have a little pig toy in class that makes squeaky sounds. This will be extremely relevant throughout the entire thing. But going back to the role, because I'm gonna be very jumpy on every other thing. everyone in the class is silent. It's not a really large class. It's very small, and there's very few people who just even group together, all spread out amongst the class. Um, and they were talking about the role and how important it is. And I just so happened, because everyone was dead silent, I just so happened to laugh. And it's one of those where it's not a funny laugh, but kind of like a nervous laugh, where I just happen to have a thought in my head about it. And immediately they had looked at the class and they recognized who laughed, and then they looked at me dead in my eyes. You're the person who's going to do that. So I'm just like, okay, I guess I'm stuck with this now. And they're like, you can't do anything about that. You really are just stuck with it. And it was interesting. So I pretty much didn't have a single rule, essentially, out of everyone in the class. And I didn't go too far because I can go kind of far on that. But back to the squeaky pig toy. They had that on the desk every day. And that's next to their computer, and then of course the smart board is in front of the class. Or say smart board is one of the projectors, you pull down the thing. And pretty much every time I was in that class, I grab it and take it all the way to my desk. There's some times where I will either throw it across the room where other people can grab it, or I just pass it off to someone. But 9 times out of 10, I'm the one that has it. Or, of course, I forgot about this, I hide it around the classroom. And of course it makes sound. Please forgive me with having to deal with my eye. But pretty much, watching the thing, it caught my attention. And I'm gonna check this real quick. What's going on here? I got like 50 notifications going on. That's not fun. Buzz off, because it's nothing important. So anyways, every day or every time I was in that class, I'd grab it, take it back to my desk, and of course hide it and all that stuff. There was one time I wanted to go buy one. So I went to buy one, and it's like a little dog toy essentially. And because it's, it squeaks and all that, of course I had to get it. So I had me one, which leads to this little guy. It is a darker, more vibrant blue than what you're seeing, but oh well. So, of course he squeaks. Hang on. Hey, Bolo. About to go to bed because of work. Hope your day is going good. Is going existingly. I'm just gonna say that existingly. I hope your day is going well. The hippo looks great, lol. I'm glad to hear from you, bud. I do hope you get a nice rest. Please be taking care of yourself. Take care of yourself. I will hunt you down. But, so I got me one of these. Going back to the story. Got me one of these. So it makes sound. It makes sound. So I take this with me to class. And this is one day I didn't grab the hippo that was on the person's desk. And I just started squeaking this one in class. And they were looking around and they realized I didn't even grab the hippo that time. And then I put this slowly on my desk and just start petting it. And then just went. Yeah, lol, I found out someone's okay, so I won't do it. That's cool. But I took this to class every other day. Not even. I bumped something. Not even adding on like the other stuff that I do in the other class I had that day. Which. If you forget you have something in your bag that goes, or in any way, shape, or form, Yeah, that's happened. My nose is itchy, and it will not stop. But, besides that, every day I bring this to class, to the one class, despite it being like 2 or 3 classes. I think it was 2. But I was fine with that. So, it gets better, because then it goes to the point where I take both mine and then I take the professor's and just put them on the desk and all, and then every now and then interchangeably mess with them. And it's a different one than this. And I want that hippo as a stuffed animal, like a medium-sized stuffed animal, like hook size. Hey, that's good. You can't complain about that. I have a Snorlax over there that's really huggable. And what's funny is this got to a point that the professor wanted one of these. So I went exactly where I got this one and found that there was a green one with a blue stripe that went over it. And I'm like, this is perfect. So I got the professor one. I took it to class. I had mine out. I took theirs from the desk, and then I had the other one waiting just for the professor come grab the hippo that they already had for me to hand them that one. So, the fun part is, they loved it so much they started taking it out in class where there's 2 of them, and then every now and then I steal that one too. So then I have three hippos on my desk that makes sound, and I could do it any time and all. And it just became a buddy where it just sat there chilling in class like, what's up? What's going on? So that, like, I just brought this with me every time. And then there's 2, maybe 3 times where I brought, if you know the meme, you know which one I'm gonna show. If you wanna guess. Now let's get your guesses in a 3, a 2, and a no. This little dude. This little dude that sticks his little tongue out. And the professor fawned over this. They loved this so much that they wanted one. And I'm like, I don't remember where this one came from because one of my other buddies got me this. So I had to find them and then give them a link to a site where you can actually order these officially. So, they love this. And I know it's something completely different that doesn't relate to them but still relates to the class. There's a Wendy's. It's right next to my campus, so I eat there kind of often. And I didn't have time to eat between the previous class and that class, so I always bring food after the other class ends, and so therefore I bring Wendy's. And it's evolved over time to where any examples in that class went back to Wendy's, because it was just kind of like a back and forth picking contest at that point. And so every now and then I correct him and, pick on him back. But every now and then he pick on me because I bring Wendy's every class, essentially. And, it was used so thoroughly in the historical examples. It was really funny. And then one time we had extra audio stuff to listen to that wasn't covered in class. And they even had the extra time to include another example of Wendy's. And I'm sitting here like, this dude sitting here making fun of me about it. Well, I'm gonna go to bed, bud. Night. Good night. Make sure you sleep well. Make sure you take care of yourself. But, pretty much I brought Wendy's to class every time. And it just become part of the class at that point. Oh my god, I also forgot about this. We had finals. We had finals. And so we have like a little test booklet. It was posted by from the store, from the campus store, and take the class and all for writing the essay portion or any written portion of the exam. I have a thing. Hang on, let me go grab it. If I would have thought about it, I would have grabbed it earlier. I did not. So, adding on, this is. I bought my headphone string. This is pretty much spring semester. So, my nose is goddamn itchy. It's spring semester. So, because of the booklet and all, you can hide things in there if you really want to be testy, but it would get you in trouble if you did. So, of course, I had to partly go against that. But there was one thing, because Easter, which is a major hint as to what I'm about to show, was a major thing that happened. I say major, but it was because one day I was going to class. I was going to one of my other classes. And I was going to the store to get me a double shot. So a Starbucks double shot, because I drink caffeine as if there's no end to it, and I consume a load of coffee. And outside the store, they had the boxes where there's some stuff marked down in it, and I'm like, oh, I should grab a few of these. And they're like 25 to 50 cents a piece. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna take that. So I got like, what? I think like 10 or 11 of them. It ain't much, like I didn't spend a lot. And they're rabbit ears. Like all in good condition and all. And some of them they have where it's like a purple, pink, and maybe like a little orange. And then some of them's just full on rainbow in it. So I grabbed those and I'm like, I'm gonna hand them out to my first class, because the next day is when or I say next day, I think it was like a week after. Was it a week after? It might have been Thursday. One of those two for certain. I forgot. But I had a pair of these where I could hide them in a book. Hang on, I can show you an example. So let's just say the booklet is about this size. It'd be slightly smaller. But I say slightly smaller, is kind of smaller. So I took the booklet, I just hid it in there, and I gave it to Professor. And that entire final, to this day, they still have them. They still have the rabbit ears. But oh my god, I also gave rabbit ears to the people in the campus store, and they still have them on display. So they have them like on a shelf, just like in a background like this. And I'm like, y'all still have them, yay! And they were so happy that they got it. So I'm really happy that it actually, you know. But yeah, I stuck these in a booklet for my professor because why not? I figured pretty much it would not be a bad way. So stuck in the dead mode book, I handed it to them, and they just look at me like, what's in this book? And they open it, they got their rabbit ears. Like, they looked at it, and they just easily, I can do it. I'm gonna jab myself an eye by the end of this, and just easily put them on. And for the entire final, decided to wear them throughout. So every now and then I look up at the final, I just see the ears. I loved it. It's so stupid that I enjoyed something like that, but it was just something I enjoyed. It tickled me and it made me a little happy. But besides that, I mean, it's so minimum things that happened in that class, but it's so great because I've enjoyed college significantly more than my middle school and high school years, because this has been a thing of people I don't accuse them as liars for it, but I don't like when people tell me, or once they tell either other people or in the past if I reflect upon it that they tell me that high school would be better. It was worse. Significantly worse than middle school. I hated that place. And I still hate it there. I absolutely love that in college I'm actually able to express myself and that I can actually be more myself than I ever was in any school system. And that I actually can, I would say confidently say, but I mean, I'm clearly not confident in it. But I can better say that I am somewhat proud of a portion, at least a very small portion of myself, to be more adventurous and all. Because there's a lot of things that's happened, and I'm still not ready to express it yet on here. And who knows, maybe I will. Maybe I will. I've been planning to, I've been saying I would, but I don't know. But it is something I want to share at least in due time. I just need to figure it out. But besides that, I just figured I'd share like these few stories, at least relevant to like a specific class. Oh my god, I'll never forget this part though. But this one professor I've had prior to this history class, I had psychology and then I had this history class in my first semester. I had got my schedule so turned around that I don't know why, but I thought I ran on my psychology class time rather than my history class time. So I missed like over half of my history class that one day just because of how bad I messed up the time. But the fun part, I hope you're okay. You landed on your feet, but that doesn't help that I was a bad cat owner by not recognizing that you were there. But it didn't help that I ran on the previous time for my other class instead of what I should have been running on. But the fun news out of that is I met 2 Pokemon Go players that were on the campus, at least for that day. I never got to see them again, but I got to briefly talk to them and, you know, have fun with that. And I think that was one of the most fun times. Even though, like, I missed class. I really did not mean to. I was so sad. But, I think really overall my college experiences have been great. Last semester that I completed, not really. A good chunk of it, yeah, but not with like a majority of my classes. I had 6 classes, and God, it sucked. Like every class, almost every class had where you had to work in teams. Holy shit, was that aggravating. And not even including like some of the additional stuff that went on. Because I had a majority of them were let's see you babes. Majority of them, no, half of them were in person, half of them were online. It's like every one of them wanted me to work in a team, and it was not fun. It was not fun. And I could go on about that, but I don't plan to. At least I don't plan to tonight. But I at least figured I'll at least just have briefly talked about some of the things. And I hope that the music isn't too loud, but I don't know what the volume of the music is right now. I'm probably gonna hop on a game hop on a game after this just because I kind of just want to stay up. I kind of just want to play a game. And I just, being honest, I don't have the energy today to have a video up. I didn't have the energy to even really stream a lot. Like, I had that earlier, and then I'm just like, no, I don't want to stream. But I didn't force myself to stream this. I just kind of figured it'd be a decent thing to do. And it probably isn't engaging, but I figured it'd be something just to at least talk about. And if someone finds it interesting, I'm really glad that they do. And then I could sit down and probably do more of these, but I don't think I can, so who knows. And probably other than that, I'm about to start working on some stuff between this week and next week. Because I need to get some things done. I need to at least get the recording aspect finished. I don't even have it finished, and then I gotta edit it and all that stuff. So I gotta see if I can get that done this week. And hopefully I can, but who knows. So I'm gonna start with more of the recordings tomorrow because I gotta redo majority of what I have. And then I will be working on the uploads for Wednesdays because Dinos Online, I believe, will be back. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for this upcoming Wednesday and next Wednesday. So Wednesday uploads be knocked out. It's just this next Sunday that I would know. And I'll probably do the Sunday after just so I'd be prepared, just in case I can't do anything about it. So, I'm probably gonna go ahead and end this here. I do want to sit here and talk, but I don't have the energy to do so. And as I said, the main topic of the stream was to mainly talk about some quick and short stories of college, so I figured I'd at least include them here. And I'm going to go offline to game. So, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope that you enjoy it. I'm sorry if this is not up your alley. I'm still testing things, playing around, but I doubt I find something interesting for anyone. But besides that, I'm going to go ahead and end the music. And I'm just gonna leave it there. If you do enjoy any of the content I make, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next video. Or in some cases, maybe a live stream. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Thank you so much for watching, and once again, thank you for sticking around. Bye!